Eastern Regional Emergency Information Service. Level 2 Bulletin. Please remain calm and listen carefully. All residents are advised to remain indoors and refrain from interacting with any unfamiliar or recently returned animals. This warning specifically applies to domesticated pets, primarily dogs, that have been reported missing and later found with unusual alterations. The subject of this bulletin is a series of disturbing events involving a Labrador Retriever reported missing from the Birch Creek subdivision earlier this week. The dog, registered under the name Milo, disappeared for approximately 72 hours before returning to its home late Wednesday evening. Upon first glance, Milo appeared unharmed. If slightly thinner and quieter than usual, it was not until the owners sat down to feed him that they noticed something was wrong. The eyes were the first detail, not injured, not glowing or monstrous, but unmistakably human, almond-shaped, irised, and flecked with the dull weariness of something that had seen too much. The kind of eyes that do not belong in a dog's skull. The kind of eyes that look back at you, not with affection, but with recognition. Residents are urged not to approach any recently returned animals if their eyes appear altered in this way. Initially, Milo was docile, sat at the foot of his owner's bed, refused food, refused sleep. He just watched, hours at a time. The family assumed trauma, some kind of shock from being lost in the woods. They whispered about animal shelters and behaviorists. By the second night, things were no longer subtle. He began mimicking human behaviors, not tricks, not commands, behaviors. He sat at the dinner table. He moved his mouth in the shape of words. Though no sound came out, he pawed at doorknobs until they clicked open. He smiled, wide and long and painfully tight, as if it hurt to stretch a face not made for it. The daughter reported waking up to Milo sitting beside her, that and so, staring with those wrong eyes, mouth parted in a silent laugh. He never barked. He has not made a single sound since he returned. Until the third night, that is when he whispered. Not barking, not growling, whispering. The words were fragmented, broken, borrowed from someone else's voice. You left me. I watched you. I know how to get back. Please understand. This is not a dog anymore. Whatever returned wearing Milo's skin is not a lost pet. It is a mimic, a thing that observes long enough to pretend. We do not know where it went, what it saw, or what learned to follow it home. Several other cases have now been confirmed within the surrounding districts. Same pattern. The pet goes missing, is presumed dead, then returns days later with subtle but progressively unnatural features. Not all returned animals display human eyes. Some develop disturbingly accurate speech, others simply stop sleeping. And wait, one cat was found upright in a child's bed, cradling the child's pillow in its forepaws. All animals described in these reports have demonstrated an increasing awareness of household behavior patterns, door lock codes, family schedules, emergency exits. One family in East Hollow tried to get rid of the returned dog. They drove it miles away, dropped it in a wooded area, and returned home. The dog was already waiting inside when they got back. If your pet has returned to you and displays any of the following behaviors: human-like eyes, mimicry of speech, refusal to eat, continuous eye contact, knowledge of doors, smiling, do not follow it, do not go where it tries to lead you, do not let it show you what it saw. Reports suggest these animals will try to guide their owners back to the place they came from. They will lead you toward forests, drains, basements, old barns, broken roads that do not show up on maps. One man followed his retriever into a ravine behind his property and was not seen again. His wife later received a voicemail from his number. It was the dog's voice, laughing. Again, residents are advised to remain indoors and avoid interaction. Do not follow. Do not respond. If the creature insists on contact, isolate it in a sealed room and contact the Department of Environmental Anomalies immediately. Under no circumstances should you attempt to destroy or euthanize the creature. One family attempted to do so using over-the-counter sedatives and a vehicle. The dog walked back to their front porch before dawn, uninjured, but no longer trying to mimic anything at all. It simply stood there, still, for 6 hours, watching. You are not looking at your pet. You are looking at something that wears a pet's shape to come inside, and it is learning. We cannot stress this enough. Do not follow the dog that comes back with human eyes, because it does not want to come back alone.